Let's talk about this asset. 100 plus magic particle effects by UETools. This is a really good package which you can use to create interesting magic effects. And it's actually mobile ready, so you can create mobile games without making them too heavy or too resource consuming. Resource consuming. Okay, so you can get it from you can get the link from my blog blog.pticostarica.com. In this post, recommended assets for Unity, and in that list you will see a link to 100 magic particle effects by UETools. So I already imported it here. It's from the asset store, of course. uh, and you see that we have, like, it has the textures, right, in case you need them. It has the prefabs for the different effects that you can use from this asset, and you can also mix these effects among them. You can create really interesting effects. We see that we have aura, bubbles, sails, color rings, fire flowers, flames, frozen rings, magic aura, magic rings, spheres, stars, water, and worlds. So we have a lot of really good, interesting effects. Okay, so let's see a couple of them. What we have so far, I created this game object effects, which is around here. It's just an empty game object, and I'm going to drop a couple of them there. We see that this is a particle system, right? And we see that there it is moving, and we see the animation. Let's put the effects a little bit further away, a little bit upper, I guess, and that will do it for now. Okay, so we see that's the effect, and we can see that we can see it from anywhere. It's actually a particle system we can see in 3D, so really good for 3D games. Okay, let's see the other aura. Okay, let's now just deactivate this one. And this is the aura O2, and it's kind of a donut with black borders. And now when we activate this other again, we will see that we have a couple of interesting, we have an interesting effect, right? See, now if I deactivate aura 1, we see only the aura 1 without the yellow border, and we see only the aura 2 without the yellow border from aura 1, and if I deactivate aura 2, the center, like the donut center, will kind of disappear, right? So this is one of the interesting effects I was mentioning that we could create with this, like with merging this kind of these particle systems. Let's now deactivate these ones. Let's now add a bubble. Let's see what the bubble does, and that's the bubble we have there in the game. Okay, let's just deactivate that again. Let's now use like bubble O2. Okay, that's the other kind of bubble we have. Let's see now some color cells, well, some cells. That's one of the cells we have. Now let's do something interesting like with this one and see how we see it when we play this scene. Okay, so we see something really interesting. Now we disappear aura 1, but now we want to activate bubbles O1, or we can deactivate the cell and activate this bubble O1 with this aura 2 aura, and we can create something really interesting. Let's just deactivate all of them. Okay, now let's use Cosmic O1. So that's some interesting effect. Let's, I don't know, merge it with this one, and let's see what we see now. Okay, uh, let's merge it with, well, let's activate Aura 2. Okay, if we deactivate it, we see that we don't see the border. Okay, let's make sure to deactivate all of them. And now let's see what else we have here. We have now, let's say, like the fire flower. Okay, so now there we have a fire flower. Okay, let's now see flame ring, or flame, actually fire ring. That's our fire ring. Simple enough. Let's see uh, fire ring O2. Okay, that has a little bit more of movement. Let's see fire water. Okay, so we see like the fire a little bit kind of liquid sands, I guess. Um, flame ring. Sorry, didn't put it where it should. Flame ring. Okay, now we have there interesting flame ring. We can create like 4-leaf globes. These are particles for its name 4-leaf clover. Let's now see like frozen ring. Okay, now let's see how you could use some of these things in games. One of my examples for my YouTube videos, when I was just creating some demo for students, what I did was just create a couple of platforms from uh, modified cubes, and you create a sphere, for example. I'm going to put it in effects. I am going to reset its position to 0, 0, 0 on the parent. Now I'll add a effect. Um, let's see sunburst. Let's see how that goes. Okay, now let's disappear the mesh renderer from here, and we see now that, okay, and actually I think it should be the other way around, but it's okay for now, because what I need to do now is make this collider um, this collider, it has to be like of the size of the effect, right? So with that we can create like magic attacks. We can detect, okay, we can detect collision with that kind of stuff, right? With the attacks or effects. Um, Trigger whatever we want. We can also something you could do is like having these effects like I don't know some kind of portal I guess. So you can make things uh, appear from black holes or um, some interesting effects. So you see this one with sunburst and smoke one, it looks like like some kind of black hole. Actually, with just smoke, you can kind of say it's a black hole or something like that. Let's now deactivate the sphere. Let's use water of 5. Let's see how that looks. Let's add it to effects. And yeah, it's water. And you can create some like water balls or water attacks based on that. So you can create like a small RPG game. Yeah, so it's really interesting to use this kind of effects. Uh, Toxic aura in case um, you want toxic aura in case you want to do some really interesting effect or magic where you are going to poison or create damage over time um, mechanisms on the characters or on the enemies. So you can use these particle effects in order to achieve that kind of cool effects and mechanics in your game. So it's really good. I do recommend this. I have used it in one of actually a couple of my demos. And what I have done is actually merge or kind of put together a couple of particle systems like that to achieve some interesting effect, and so it doesn't look like the same in all of the other games that use the same the same assets, right? So it's really cool. If you want to give it a try, you can go to my blog.pticostarica.com, and on these post recommended assets for Unity, you will find these 100 plus magic particle effects by UETools, and that will be a link to the asset store. Besides that, you will find a list of other assets that you may like on your games that I have already used and I am recommending. Again, please like the video if you like it. Let us know any other assets you may have tried before, and let us know if you like this one and if you will recommend it. Thank you very much, and see you later.